Did you know most elderly people drink water in a way that silently hurts their health? You might wonder, how difficult could drinking water be? But as we grow older, the way our bodies handle moisture changes in hidden yet strong ways. What used to work in your 40s or 50s might now be quietly putting pressure on your heart, kidneys, or food system. And you won't always feel it right away. That's what makes it so amazing. In this talk, we're going to reveal 6 common water drinking habits that nearly every older adult falls into but really shouldn't. These habits seem safe, even normal, but once you grasp the science and the effect, you may never look at a cup of water the same way again. Keep watching until the end, because not only will you learn what to stop doing, you'll also understand why it matters so much more now than it ever did before. If you're between 60 and 80 and want to stay clever, tough, and firm, these water habits are something you cannot ignore. Now let's begin. Number 1. Drinking only when you feel dry. One of the most widespread and false habits among older adults is waiting until you feel thirsty to drink water. At first look, it sounds fair. Your body signals thirst, so you drink. Easy, right? But after 60, the body's skill to notice thirst begins to weaken. That "I'm thirsty" signal comes later than it should, or sometimes not at all. The outcome? Lasting lack of water without even knowing it. You may think you're getting enough fluids because you're not thirsty, but your body might already be fighting. Lack of water in older adults doesn't always show up as dry mouth or strong thirst. Instead, it often appears as tired feelings, wooziness, mind fog, or hard bowel movements. And most people don't link it back to water. I once knew a man named Walter, 74, who told me, "I don't feel thirsty much, so I guess I don't need to drink as much anymore." But he was always tired. His blood force kept changing. And when he finally started drinking water steadily all day without waiting for thirst, his pep improved more than he ever thought. As we age, staying wet isn't just about answering signals. It's about making a steady beat. A cup in the morning, another mid-morning, some in the afternoon and evening. A simple pattern that helps every part of your body before signs ever show up. Think of water as medicine for your parts. Your brain, your joints, your kidneys, and even your food breaking all depend on it. Don't wait until you're very dry or woozy. If you're 60, 70, or 80, by the time you feel thirsty, you're already behind. Drink on plan, not just on signal. Number 2. Drinking too much water at once. Another common slip many older adults make is trying to catch up on water all at once. You might notice late in the day that you haven't had enough. So you drink a full glass or 2 right before dinner, or worse, right before bed. But here's the problem. The body, especially after 60, doesn't handle large amounts of water the way it used to. When you drink too much in a short time, your kidneys are forced to work harder to deal with that sudden load. This can wash out key body salts, put extra stress on your heart, and lead to trouble like bloating, sick feeling, or a sudden need to pass water, which can break your sleep or even cause falls if you're rushing to the bathroom at night. There's also something called water harm. While it's rare, it becomes more likely in older adults who drink large amounts of water quickly, especially on pills that change salt levels. The balance inside your cells matters, and flooding your system with too much water at once can throw that balance off, sometimes badly. I remember a woman named Ruth, 78, who took pride in drinking 6 glasses of water a day, but she drank them all in the afternoon. She often felt full, tired, and even lightheaded, but she couldn't figure out why. When she changed to smaller amounts spread throughout the day, everything got better. Her food breaking was smoother, her sleep was better, and the head spinning went away. Think of keeping wet like breathing. It should be steady and even, not rushed, not extreme. A few sips every hour or 2 does more for your body than gulping water when you remember your body parts like calm, not wild times. If you're still watching this talk and finding these thoughts helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't signed up yet, I suggest you sign up and turn on the bell so you don't miss any talks. Your help lets us keep making good stuff to teach and lift you. Now let's move on. Number 3. Staying away from water before bed or during the night. Many older adults make the planned choice to stop drinking water in the evening, often for a very clear reason. They want to avoid waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. No one wants broken sleep. No one wants to risk a fall in the dark. So the habit becomes no water after dinner, no water before bed, no water until morning. But here's what most people don't know. This habit, over time, can quietly raise your risk for much more serious issues, especially heart strain and early morning lack of water, which is a well-known spark for brain attacks and heart troubles in older adults. The body loses water overnight through breathing, through sweat, and through normal body work. And if you go to bed underwet, you'll wake up even more drained. I once talked with a man named Sam, 82, who was told by a friend, "Stop drinking water at 7, or you'll be up all night." So he did. But after a while, he started waking up woozy with dry mouth and a racing heart. His doctor finally traced it to mild but steady overnight lack of water and suggested a small glass of water before sleep. The difference was quick. Now, to be clear, you don't need to drink a full glass before bed. And yes, cutting back on fluids close to bedtime can help cut down bathroom trips. But cutting off water fully in the early evening does more harm than good. Instead, aim for balance. Sip during the evening. Keep a small cup by your bedside if you wake up dry. Train your body parts slowly, not by taking away from your body what it needs. Your parts don't stop working at night. Your brain still uses water. Your heart still pumps. Your kidneys still clean. So give them what they need to do their job safely, even if it's just a few sips after brushing your teeth. Staying away from nighttime water might guard your sleep, but it could be quietly taking from your health. The key is not to get rid of it, but to control and time it wisely. Number 4, swapping water with tea, coffee, or juice. One habit that creeps into many seniors' patterns is trading plain water with wet choices like tea, coffee, or fruit juice. These drinks feel like they're doing the job. They're fluids, after all. They go down smooth. They give taste. And in many cases, they've been part of your daily life for tens of years. But while they might meet thirst in the moment, they don't give your body what it really needs. Let's start with tea and coffee. Both hold a stuff that makes you pass more water. That means they really cause your body to lose water faster. So while that warm cup may feel nice, especially in the morning, it can quietly pull more wetness from your system than it adds back in. And over time, that can leave you running on empty. Even if you're drinking plenty, then there's juice. It seems better for you, and in small amounts, it can be. But most juices, especially store-bought ones, are packed with sugar. And sugar, when it enters your blood in large amounts, really pulls water out of your cells. That's why many people feel puffy or even thirstier after a glass of juice than before. I once met a pair, George and Evelyn, both in their 70s, who drank orange juice with every meal. "We thought we were being healthy," George said, but both were dealing with jumping blood sugar, dry skin, and nagging headaches. Once they traded 2 of their daily juice servings with water, they were shocked by how much better they felt. Clearer heads, fewer wants, and more pep. Water works in a different way. It doesn't fight with your body parts. It doesn't ask for handling. It simply helps. It helps carry food stuff, remove waste, control heat, and pad your joints. Nothing else does that as well. Not even plant teas. You can still enjoy your morning coffee. You can still sip on tea or the odd juice. But don't count them as your water intake. Count them as treats. And make sure your body is still getting what it really needs. Clean, plain, steady water, day in and day out. If you're still watching this talk and finding these thoughts helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't signed up yet, I suggest you sign up and turn on the bell so you don't miss any talks. Your help lets us keep making good stuff to teach and lift you. Now let's move on. Number 5, not drinking water during meals. Somewhere along the line, a known false tale took hold that drinking water with meals is bad for food breaking. Maybe you've heard it too. It thins your belly acid, or it makes food breaking weaker. Because of this belief, many older adults have taught themselves to avoid water while eating fully, pushing their glass aside, even when they feel the need for a sip. But here's what really happens. Drinking small amounts of water with meals helps break down food, softens the feel for easier gulping, and helps the belly in handling food stuff. The body is clever. It changes the sharpness of your food-breaking juices based on what you eat and drink. A few sips of water will not undo that. It will help your system handle the food more easily. In fact, study shows that light water drinking during meals can aid in foodstuff soaking. It also helps prevent eating too much by making a gentle sense of fullness, which can help healthy weight control, especially key in later years when body Burning slows that I knew a man named Larry, 75, who always ate his lunch fully dry. I don't want to weaken my belly acid, he told me. But he often had trouble gulping, dealt with coming back fire chest, and felt slow after eating. Once he started drinking just half a glass of room heat water with meals, his food breaking clearly got better. I feel lighter now, he said, and I'm not choking on dry food anymore. That's the key, balance. You don't need to drink a full glass while eating, but having water handy, taking small sips, and staying gently wet during your meal can really help food breaking, not hurt it. Skipping water during meals might feel like a wise choice, especially if it's something you've heard for years. But in most cases, it's a habit that silently works against your body's natural beat. Don't be scared to keep wet while you feed. It's one of the easiest ways to help your body do what it already knows how to do. Number 6. Drinking cold water instead of room heat. One subtle but strong habit many seniors keep is drinking ice-cold water, especially during warm days or after a walk. It feels fresh, no doubt, but for older adults, often picking cold water over room heat might be quietly blocking food breaking, blood flow, and even your body's skill to control itself. Well, here's why. As we age, our food breaking slowly slows. Our blood paths become more touchy. Our inside heat gauge isn't quite as sharp as it used to be. When you bring very cold water into this more easy-to-hurt system, your body needs to send strength to warm it up. That can delay food breaking, squeeze blood paths, and even make you feel slow or chilled, not just in your mouth, but throughout your chest and belly. I once met a woman named Doris, 81, who kept a pitcher of ice water by her seat every day. She drank it with every meal, but she was often puffy and sometimes even had chills during summer. Her doctor suggested switching to room heat water for a week. The result? Less puffiness, more comfort after meals, and a body that didn't feel like it was always fighting the cold. Room heat water helps your body's work without shocking the system. It flows more gently through your parts, eases food breaking, and keeps blood flow steady, especially key if you have states like joint pain, sugar disease, or heart issues. It doesn't mean you can never enjoy cold water again. A cool drink after yard work or walking outside is fine in small bits. But when it comes to normal daily water drinking, especially with meals or on an empty belly, room heat is often the softer, wiser choice. It's a small shift that most people miss. But for older adults, that small change can mean fewer food-breaking issues, steadier strength, and less strain on systems that are already working a bit harder with age. If you're still watching this talk and finding these thoughts helpful, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't signed up yet, I suggest you sign up and turn on the bell so you don't miss any talks. Your help lets us keep making good stuff to teach and lift you. Now let's move on. Last thoughts. By the time we reach our 60s, 70s, or 80s, the way our bodies handle water isn't the same as it was in our younger years. Yet most people don't change their water habits. They keep doing what they've always done, not knowing that these small daily choices could be slowly draining their health and strength. Today we looked at 6 water habits that are very common among older adults. Waiting until you're thirsty, drinking too much at once, staying away from water at night, relying on taste drinks, skipping water during meals, and always picking cold over room heat. Each one seems safe on its own, but together they quietly cut down the very thing your body needs most: steady, helpful water drinking. The good news? Every one of these habits is easy to change. You don't need costly tools, hard routines, or strict checking. Just gentle knowing, a shift in timing, a few sips spread throughout the day, a planned choice to make water your friend instead of an afterthought. Let me ask you, which of these habits shock you most? Which one do you know you've been doing for years without thinking? And what small change are you willing to try this week to help your strength, your food breaking, and your overall well-being? Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are key to us, so don't hold back from sharing them. Reading your comments gives us great push and lift. If you liked this talk and found it helpful, please like, sign up, and share. Your help lets us keep making good stuff to teach and lift you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next talk.